பேக்கில் அது கடைசியில் நீ கையில் வச்சு ஆரம்பிச்சிடலாமா? என்ன பண்ண போகிறீங்க? செக் பண்ண போகிறீங்களா? ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணல. Good morning, everyone. Welcome you all to today's orientation program. To start the proceedings, I request you all to stand up for the invocation song, Tamil Thai Vaalthu, followed by Vande Mataram.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் மதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரிதனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே. வந்தே மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம் சுஜலாம் சுஃபலாம் மலயஜ சீதலாம் சஸ்யஸ்யாமலாம் மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம் शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी फुल्लकुसुमितद्रुमदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्.
Thank you, everyone. As our director was preoccupied due to some official commitments, he wanted to address you all in person. However, he was kind enough to send a video grab. So he wanted to address something from out of his thoughts. Let's listen to it now.
Namaste and a very good morning to all of you, dear freshers. Welcome to the IIT Madras campus. I apologize that I could not be with you today. I am in Ladakh on an official duty. I take this opportunity to welcome each one of you and your parents to the topmost institute of our country. IIT Madras, as you know, has been rated number 1 in the National Institutional Ranking Framework for 9 years now, since the inception of the ranking framework. And from days where it was predominantly an undergraduate institute, today it has become predominantly a postgraduate institute. I am also very proud to tell that in the early 90s, I was also a postgraduate student like you. I entered IIT Madras for the MS program, MS by Research program in computer science. So friends, I am also very, very happy to note that we have reached 23.26% of girl students who are joining these different postgraduate programs. And that is very important. Maintaining the gender balance in STEM is extremely crucial for our country. So I congratulate all the girl students who are joining today and their parents. I'm sure all of you will have a very exciting and technically rewarding journey. We have introduced several courses predominantly on some of the very recent technologies, including electric vehicles. And we see a lot of people interested in these courses. I'm also extremely happy to see that all our core engineering disciplines are completely filled up, and that is very important for the country. As you have witnessed, there are two important events that had happened in our country. One was COVID, another was Operation Sindoor. In the COVID, it was the biological scientists and computational biologists who were able to come out with Atmanirbhar vaccines. And in Operation Sindoor, there were several engineering disciplines, starting from aerospace engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, metallurgy, and embedded systems, communication technologies. Many engineering which have helped us successfully execute Operation Sindoor. I think the day has come that we need to nurture all the core engineering disciplines and see how we all work together. Keeping this in mind, IIT Madras has started a School of Interdisciplinary Studies. And I'm sure you will find exciting open problems there so that you could take up very interesting project work that will be of quite good importance for the country. Last year, IIT Madras had filed 417 patents. Many of it came from the postgraduate students. We also have incubated 103 startups, almost one startup every third day and one patent every day. Actually 1.2 patents every day to be precise. So this is the level of innovation and entrepreneurship that is happening in your institute. So if you have an idea, I strongly urge you to approach our patent cell, see how it can be protected. And then we have the Entrepreneurship Cell, Center for Innovation, Nirman, and several incubators, the IIT Madras Incubation Cell, the IITM Pravartak Technologies, the Health Technology Innovation Center, Rural Technology Business Incubator, FinTech Incubators. Now we are introducing a Sustainability Incubator, the Bio Incubator. So many avenues you have where you can convert your design to a prototype to a startup. Then we have Gopalakrishnan Deshpande Center, which will help you to become a unicorn. I'm very happy that one of our companies, which we started around 13 years before, Aether Energy, which is manufacturing electric scooters, today they have gone IPO. Their shares are listed in the stock exchange. I think we have a very exciting journey ahead, and I'm sure you'll reap all the benefits of all the hard work you have done to come to this coveted institution. I take this opportunity again to welcome all of you and wish you a very technically prosperous journey ahead. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. To start this work, I request Chairperson Gate Jam to please present the welcome address, please.
Very good morning to all of you, and a very warm welcome to all the students who have joined the various postgraduate program of IIT Madras. Professor Pratap Haridas, Dean Academic Courses, Professor Sriram, Professor Shiva Nagendra, members of the MTech, MA and MSc Admission Committee, deans, heads of the departments, faculty and staff colleagues, my colleagues from GATE and JAM office, student secretaries, new entrants to the various MTech, MS and MA programs of the institute, your parents and well-wishers. It's my privilege in addressing you all in today's orientation program. As you all know, and our director also said, that IIT Madras is the topmost institute, and it has been holding the first rank in the National Institutional Ranking Framework for consecutive 9 years. And the parameters of this ranking, if you broadly look at, it encompasses teaching, learning, resources, research and professional practices, graduation outcomes, outreach and inclusivity, and perception. The high standing of IIT Madras in this ranking reflects our commitment to these parameters, which centers around our students. As a chairperson of MTech, MA and MSc Admission Committee this year, I can share with you that we got excellent response for all our MTech, MSc and MA programs. IIT Madras has a well laid out merit-based procedure for selection of candidates to various programs. So only 10 to 15% of the students who write GATE and JAM exam qualify in this exam. Out of that qualified candidates, I can tell you almost like top 10% makes their way to the PG programs in IIT Madras. I congratulate you for securing a seat at IIT Madras. Please rest assured that you made the right choice and you are going to enjoy both academically and through co-curricular activities for next 2 years at IIT Madras. So just to give some idea about the statistics of the admission, for the MTech programs, we received application from all regular GATE qualified candidates and also from IIT BTech graduates and also from sponsored candidates, also some foreign nationals. So admission to the GATE qualified candidate and IIT BTech graduates, we have 30, for them we have 31 MTech, 3 MA and 3 MSc programs across all the 16 departments. And for the MTech and the MA program, the admission was conducted through, you will be familiar with Common Offer Acceptance Portal, through a national level, common portal. And for the JAM, it was done through the JAM admission process. And for IIT Madras this year, for our registration was 13,054 candidates for the MTech and MA programs. We went to about 13 rounds, and all the most of the seats in all the programs are filled. A total of 806 candidates were selected for the regular MTech and MA programs, and around 24% of that is female candidates, 76 are male candidates. In the MTech program, 537 students were admitted with teaching assistantship and 191 under without teaching assistantship, and 53 students were admitted, were offered for under the sponsorship program. In the MSc program, we have 170 seats, and all the 170 seats were filled through JAM admission process. For the MA program, 78 students, we have 75 seats, but we almost, slightly overfilled because of the supernumerary seats. 78 students were admitted, Starting this year, we have a new MTech program in electric vehicles, like our director said, and 20 candidates were offered in this program, joining this program. My hearty congratulations to all of you for securing high scores in GATE and JAM exams and other admission processes who came through sponsorships and other processes. My hearty congratulations to your parents, guardians, teachers, and well-wishers who inspired you in your journey to IIT Madras. I am confident that all of you will contribute in maintaining the standards set by our institute and work hard to take the institute to the next level. We look forward to you all for your contribution in all forms, in academics and also in and extracurricular activities of the institute. We have no doubt that each one of you will contribute in your own ways in sustaining the growth of this great institute. I wish you a successful, a fruitful, and a memorable stay at IIT Madras. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Professor Shamit Bakshi, sir. I now request our Dean Academic Courses, Professor Pratap Haridas, to address the gathering. It would be a very interactive section. Please take a part in it, please.
சரி.
Okay, Vanakkam and good morning. Really glad to see you all here. My name is Pratap. I'm the Dean Academic Courses at IIT Madras, and this morning we couldn't have our Dean students join you. He's also on travel. Professor Kama, our director, really loves to meet incoming students and students in general. I think he really misses being here, but for his official requirement, he would be here. He has to actually be at the other end of the country this time. So he was somewhere in Ladakh, and from there, he recorded this message from there and sent it to us. So I'm going to make a short presentation on behalf of our Dean students, and also we have a presentation on from the academic section. But before I get started, I just wanted to get a sense, how many of you are from Tamil Nadu? Okay, we have quite a few. We'll just try some other states. Uttarakhand? Okay, we have people from Uttarakhand. Punjab? Okay. West Bengal? Yeah, a lot of people from West Bengal. Kerala? A lot of people from Kerala. Andhra Pradesh? Okay. What else? Rajasthan? Okay. Anyone from Jammu Kashmir? No, we don't have. Okay. What else? Anyone from Assam? We have. Okay. So you see a wide cross section of people here, right? So one of the things, depends on where you did your undergrad. Usually in most of the state colleges, you tend to see more people from your own state. Many of the national institutes, like the Indian, like this institute, you will see a much larger cross section of people from across the country. And so that's the first thing I would like you to recognize. You just saw that here. So during your time here, I strongly encourage you that you should meet people from other states. Before you graduate from here, you should have at least one good friend from a state that is not your home state. Okay, otherwise you wasted your time here. Okay. I don't care what degree you got, you wasted your time here if you couldn't meet one person and have a good friend from a state that is not your own home. Okay, so please make sure you do that. You can have more, of course, but at least one you should have. That minimum target you should have. Because we all have the tendency, we will, congregate with people who are our own mother tongue and so on, which is fine. but you should meet other people. These are the best opportunities for you to do that. You don't get such opportunities in other places, so please make sure you do that. Okay, so we'll a few things will get started. Yeah, next slide. Okay, so we have actually, I will not look at this in great detail. We have a nature club in our campus, Prakriti, and Professor Parag Ravindran will present about that. And in general, we have about 10,000 students in more than 10,000. We have about 12,000 students in campus. A large fraction of them are residential. About almost 11,000 of you are typically in the hostel. There's 1,000 who are from other places. You have a lot of other, okay, from the previous slide, a lot of wildlife, but here you have a lot of people who will help you here. We have Chairman Council of Wardens, Professor Sanyasi Raju, Vice Chairman is there. Different hostel wardens are here. They're all here to assist you. So for your hostel stay, any issues you have, you please reach out to them. Usually most of it is set up very well. Only if you have some exception, something is different, you will need to approach them. They've got a pretty nice setup in terms of all the facilities available to you and how you approach them for any issues. They're all, by the way, all of them are faculty. They do full-time faculty positions here. Every one of us you see talking to you here, including the gate chairman, gate vice chairman, your director, myself, all the deans, all the people who are here as wardens. They're full-time faculty, they're professors. They teach their classes, they do their research, every single thing that you expect of a faculty they do, and they do this. Okay, so they are doing a lot of stuff. We're really delighted that they put in this much effort. Please work with them. We're all here to assist you. Sometimes things take a little bit of time, so you have to also show some patience. We'll get everything done. Next slide, please. Okay, food is one of the most important things for all of us. So one of the early slides we have is on food. You can see a wide variety of food available here. Different caterers. This is always something that is evolving, continuously evolving, and multiple caterers are there. Students decide all of this. Okay, so there is a committee which, there's a food tasting committee, and which helps you decide all of this. So later when you want to volunteer for something, you know what to volunteer for. So this is all decided by students. Any comments, any complaints, everything you can work with students, with your student committees to do. They also monitor the quality of these caterers over a period of time. As faculty, we also show up in the hostel periodically to eat with the mess and then give our feedback on how the food was. Was the paneer rubbery or was it soft and all that. We give all that kind of feedback. So all of this is there. You have a lot of veg, non-veg options. We also have one which is more like the Jain kind of food without onion and garlic. So totally up to you. You can select caterers, you can shift caterers. All those facilities are available to you. Okay, plenty of choice. We have wellness initiatives. Okay, so so we have Sati, which is basically to help you with academic issues. Okay, so this is a group of people. You can also volunteer later on. So what kind of academic issues we have? We have, sometimes students have learnt in their native tongue. Sometimes they have language issue, trying to understand technical subject in languages, in English or something. You can get assistance. They will once you, see, one of the things I can tell you is we have lot of support facilities. We do require you to step forward and ask for it. I cannot magically figure out that you are having some language issue. So you please ask, we'll absolutely step out and help you. Okay, so, but do ask, or if you see a friend who is struggling, and maybe they are kind of shy to come up and ask, take the initiative on their behalf. Okay, so see, always what happens is we all do some social service, NSS, this, that we do. When we put in our resume, I did social service. What is our idea of social service? We should go to some village far away, work for some person. We should help educate somebody in the village. All that is fine. You can do that. There's no doubt, and it's good work also. But you should also consider the fact that helping your roommate is also equally good as social service. You don't have to go to a village to do this. So there's somebody in your roommate is there, your friend is there in the hostel, some problem they face, they are for whatever reason hesitant to come up and ask for help. Either encourage them to come and ask for help, or you think they are really getting into trouble but not willing to step up and ask, you please take some initiative on their behalf. Plenty of initiatives to help them. Like I said, Sati is here for academic reasons. Mitra is here for non-academic reasons, so they're just under stress, some other problems they're facing, maybe there's some problem at home, they're finding difficult to manage, some other issues they face. These are all more social issues that they may face. So non-academic issues, there is myth, there are volunteers, there are faculty in these programs who try to assist. Kushal is a process by which every faculty is required to reach out to their advisees. So you would have been assigned some advisor in this sense and find out if you are doing fine. Every month we are supposed to reach out to you to check how you are doing. You can also report through this process. It's a website through which you can report any issues that you are facing. We focus a lot on inclusive education. We have formally taken steps for inclusive education. In the past, I mean, generally most institutions in India didn't consciously address requirements of special needs of various students. So kind of, so there were built in the past, when I say past, maybe 15 years ago. 15 years ago, every building in IIT Madras didn't have a lift. So if somebody is there, I have seen 15, 20 years ago, if there's a student who requires, some wheelchair assistance, somebody used to carry him up to the second floor or first floor for the class. So all that is now gone. We very formally and consciously do ensure that all our buildings are compliant with whatever is required for inclusive education, and we have a process by which we reach out and ensure that whatever are the requirements, as best as possible, we will address it. We even give a letter of accommodation saying these are the things that we will do. So a lot of facilities are there. It is done formally, and we will reach out if anything is needed. You can also reach out to us through this. So there is the wellness center. A lot of details on that we will maybe show it to you. Next slide. So this is what it is, student wellness. We have a Dean Planning and Wellness Coordinator, Professor Sarthi, and all Dean students. And these are all the various advisors. This is Sati advisor. These are all again faculty you can see, Mitra advisor, wellness advisor, and inclusive education advisor. So, and we have all of this, wellness center, 5 counselors, psychologists, Monday to Saturday, timing is there. There's institute hospital has some facilities. Okay, at the department you have facilities, and you have an online facility. So depending on your requirement, depending on what you're comfortable doing, you would like to speak online without showing up in person, you can do that. You would prefer to do something in the department, you can do that. You can go to the institute hospital and do it. You can go to the wellness center and do it. So we have all options available because in the past there were always few students who would find one option comfortable, the other option not comfortable, and so on. So all options are available. Now you can, it's totally up to you to raise the issue if you feel like it. These are all the people. Professor Satya is our dean students. You will definitely see him in various activities and so on. Professor Sarthi is our Dean Planning and Wellness. Professor Sarit Satyan, Advisor Wellness. Professor Ramesh Gardas is our Mitra Advisor. You would have seen him actually during your orientation, I mean your document verification yesterday he was around. Colonel Balaji is our Senior Wellness Officer, and Professor Biraya is our Advisor Sati. Next slide please. We also have a Career Pathway Center where we look at more holistically about your career. It's not just about placement. It's not just about giving you some job. Our director always says that if you are an IIT student, you should not aim to be an employee. You should aim to be an employer. So this is a thing that I think is a very important idea for you to think about. It completely changes the perspective that you will have when you consider all the possibilities in front of you. So we encourage you to set up startups and so on. We have a very good ecosystem for it, a very gradual process by which you can end up at a startup if you desire to do so. And so that's just one, but we have all of this. We have some skill development, entrepreneurship cell. We have, for internship, we have a lot of formal processes by which you can apply for internships, sit for internship activities, and of course there's a whole placement process. So a lot of formal support is there to help you go through the placement process. And as you can expect, generally IIT students do very well. What I would advise is, over the time that you are here, you should see, you're past the stage where maybe GATE exam might have been the last time that happens in your life where an exam decides something for you. Okay, so you're moving gradually to a state where a single exam doesn't decide anything for you. You have to build a package around yourself. When you sit for an interview, you should be able to say, I am good at these things. You should do some homework about the company which you are going to sit and interview with, right? You should do some homework about them. You should see what kind of work they do, what kind of talent they are looking for. And so when you sit in the interview, you should be able to say, look, most likely you need this kind of expertise. I have that expertise. It could be anything. It could be maybe it's a software package you should know. Maybe it is some certain type of analysis that they are looking for. Their product requires certain type of quality control. Their product requires some manufacturing process. Their product requires. You should be able to say that. Then you actually look more convincing in an interview. If you simply show up and give a resume and you expect them to figure out what good you are at, that's not as convincing. And they don't have time. There's so many students coming there, they won't have time. So you should consciously do all the homework when you go for an interview. And morning you may interview with one core company. Afternoon you may interview with a finance company. So what you tell will be different. So maybe with the finance company you say, I did this elective in economics and it is useful for this company, right? So that kind of homework you have to do when you go for your placement process. And we are here to help you. All of these people are here to help you. But you should also think more holistically. Don't just show up there with some, my CGPA is 8.7 is going to get you nothing. Okay, it's like a lottery. You just throw some number and maybe somebody picks up that number. That's not how it is going forward. Okay, so please work on it. Lot of opportunities. If you do you start moving into that kind of an operation, it will look good for you. Next, please. Okay. So we have a lot of extracurricular activities. These are all the people who are there, sports, co-curricular, and so on. NSS is there, NCC is there. Of course, as PG students, maybe your focus is slightly different, but all our facilities are available for all our students. I must tell you that, in the news, somehow you hear a lot about JEE, but actually, if you take IIT Madras, the JEE students are a minority. The PG students are the majority in this campus, and our emphasis is on the PG students. For the external world, in the news, JEE makes a lot of noise, but that's, and they do. It is an important exam. A lot of people put a lot of effort for it, but that is not really our strength here. In many ways, is the PG program. You are the ones who do all the kind of research and so on that gives us a lot of credibility and so on. Yeah. Next slide, please. Our director told you about our incubation process. So we have 4 stages actually through which we walk you through the incubation. You can do small, kind of small projects, and then if you cross one threshold, we give you some minimal money to try something on your own. Then there is some other level of screening. Then you go to a pre-incubation process. If you have cleared that level of screening, there also you do well. You get a lot of support from our research park. You can get a startup, support there. So there's a steady process through which you'll also, convince yourself, yes, what I'm trying to do is possible, or it's not possible. That kind of thing. Because all of us think some ideas are good, not necessarily they are good from a economic point of view and so on. Yeah. Next. So we have really focused on having a lot of startups. We already saw, I think director told you some of the numbers. We are trying to have plenty of startups. We already have. We have a lot of success in this area. Some of those companies are making it big. And the institute wholeheartedly supports it, encourages it. We allow our students to take some time off to do work on their startup. All of this we enable. Yeah. Next slide, please. Okay. Leisure time activity we have. So, so you can do all of this. You have yoga, violin, guitar, hapkido, and so on. So let me ask you, I think we may have more images, but let me ask you this thing that, see, generally whatever it is that you try to do, right, something you're trying to do, let's say you have, your head is aching, your hand is aching, whatever, you have some physical pain. Are you likely to do a good job? No, right? So you have some physical pain, then that doesn't help you do a good job. You are trying to do something, but this gets in the way, right? So physical fitness is important, right? Whatever you're trying to do, it doesn't matter. You're trying to run a party this evening, or you're sitting for an interview tomorrow, or you're sitting for an exam day after tomorrow. These could be completely different activities. But if you are in physical pain, your muscle has pulled up, you're limping for some reason, you're not going to do a good job. You're not, at least not your best job. Right? So physical fitness is important, and we have lot of sports activity, lot of other activities, fitness classes. Some of it is shown here. I'll show you some more slides. Plenty of facilities in campus for you to become physically fit. You may have been more academically oriented. Some do a very good job of mixing academics and non-academics, but not all. Let me just. How many of you know to swim? Okay, quite a few know. Well, we have an Olympic-sized swimming pool. If you have never done swimming, you can come there, and there are people who will train you, who will teach you swimming. in about a week, you can start doing some amount of swimming. At least we have a shallow pool and we have a deep pool. They will train you in the shallow pool. You can keep on practicing in the shallow pool till you're confident. Then you can again get their assistance and then move to the deep pool. Okay, so they will teach you how to do it. I personally learned here only as a faculty. I was a student here at that time. I didn't learn because those days we had water shortage. So we had a large swimming pool, but there was no water. So we never learned swimming at that time. When I joined as faculty, I learned swimming here. They only taught me how to swim. At least I know enough that if I'm pushed into water, I can get to the shore. That much, that capability, that confidence I have. Okay, so you can learn here. That facility is available. We have Olympic-sized, I mean not Olympic-sized, yeah. We have I would say Olympic-sized track is there. You should go see our Manohar Vatsa Stadium. It's the professional track that is there. Lot of facilities. So physical fitness is important. Please take some time to, set aside some time for it. Whatever it is, there are indoor shuttle courts, there are a lot of table tennis playing locations, something. Every day you must do something. Okay, if you have not done it, there's something incomplete in your day. Okay, so just aim, and you have to set that time aside. You have to set that half an hour aside or 45 minutes aside to do it. And I again recommend, when you are going for it, drag one more friend. Okay, so even if 50% of you do it, 100% of you will end up doing it. Okay, so make sure you drag one more person along, willingly, unwillingly, whatever, grumblings is that. You drag them along and make them play something. Okay, so please always do this. So this is physical fitness. Okay, now you had pain in your hand, etc. You know you couldn't do well. Suppose you're just in a bad mood. You're in bad mood. You're depressed. You're angry at something. Can you do a good job? Can you set up a party when you are in a bad mood? No, you can't do that, right? So your mental wellness is also important. Right? For that, we have yoga. Meditation is there. Lot of meditation activities are there in campus. We have at least 4 clubs, independent student bodies, which work on yoga-related activities. There is a yoga club. There is a Yoganand meditation circle. There is an art of living club. There is an Isha engineering club. At least 4 are there. There are a lot of activities which are advertised. Please participate. It's all up to you. They will invite periodically. You will see circulars. You are invited to participate in these activities. It's very good. Again, meditation is like anything else. For your physical fitness, if let us say somebody tells you going for a jog is very good, right? And you go for a jog this morning, and you never go for a jog after this, you are not going to have any great physical fitness, right? Same thing with any meditation process also. They call you for a yoga program and you sit and you do meditation for 10 minutes, and then you will never meditate ever again in your life. That nothing is going to happen to you. Okay, so you can put one tick mark in your resume. I meditated 10 to 10:15 on 23rd July, something you can put. That's it. Beyond that, nothing. So again, this is also some regular habit from your side will really help you. So you try out these clubs, you find what works for you. I mean, each club does things differently. Maybe something connects to you, something doesn't connect to you. You attend these programs, find something that you like. Make one physical activity part of your daily life. Make some level of meditation part of your daily life. You will find it both very beneficial to you. Okay. Yeah, next slide, please. Yeah, so we have all of these facilities and lot of runs and whatnot arranged in campus. We have institute festivals, Shastra and Sarang. Shastra is our technical festival. So these festivals tend to be a little bit more UG oriented, but I think that's generally true in all colleges. Maybe when you were an undergrad student, you did a lot of activity in your college for various cultural festivals. Now as a PG student, you probably have a slightly different focus, and that's fine. I mean, you can just visit these programs. You can participate fully. I mean, all programs are meant for all of our students. So you can completely, happily participate in any of these things as an organizer, as a participant, or simply as a viewer. A lot of facilities are there. We have an institute open house. Usually public comes and sees our labs. They love coming here. I mean, this institute open house is an extremely popular thing in our city. Whenever we have done it, we have been overwhelmed. We are unable to hold the crowd. You go and you switch on TV and you watch an IPL match. You see that stadium is packed. If we could do institute open house as a IPL match, our stadium would be packed. That is really how much crowd comes here. We are unable to manage the numbers. So we have to artificially put some limits per day so that get people to register and come. That is, they love coming here. They love meeting you. You will be the ones showing your projects. They will have some tour through all your labs. Parents come, children come, they are all very delighted to see whatever you're doing. So it's important that when you participate in this, you should know how to present to children. Okay, so you are presenting in your research group, you cannot put the same slide and expect a kid to understand. You should know how to explain it to a kid. Then only you understand what you're doing, and then only you are able to relate to the general public. So this is very nice for you to do. So this is there. I think this is the All India Research Scholars activity. Inter-IIT Tech Meet we have, Inter-IIT Cultural Meet we have. This Tech Sock is within the campus. Then we have Inter-IIT Aquatics, Inter-IIT Sports. Schroeter is the sports activity in the campus. And then there's a Dean's Trophy. Lot of different activities. Throughout the year, something or the other is going on. You decide what works for you timing-wise. You can always get yourself into any one of these activities. Okay, and participate. Your hostels will have inter-hostel competitions, so you can participate in that. Next slide, please. Okay, lot of literary and tech club activities. Wide range of clubs are there. Yeah, I will tell you even in one of the slides. We have so much going on, it is actually up to you to hold yourself back, because every day something will be going on. Your friends will be participating in something. You decide what works for you. Like I said, one physical activity, some meditation related activity, one club you can join. Pick and you can move. You can try something and then move on to something else, etc. So keep one side of you engaged in this manner. Keep some limit on it so that you can kind of benefit from the whole process that is available here in our campus. Next slide. Yeah, we have, technically, we have this thing called the Center for Innovation. So a lot of our students make projects. So you can see all these projects. There's a Formula racing car that you see here. We have some robotics activity. We have a team that works on Hyperloop transportation. There's a Agnirath team, solar car racing. They have gone to Australia to race across the Australian desert. So you have such opportunities. It is not simply something you're tinkering with here. You can go and participate in an international competition with whatever it is that you have made here. So these are all people who are doing various things. Rocketry, they even had a launch from one of the ISRO sites. They launched one small rocket. Next slide, please. I mentioned you have all these table tennis facilities, squash facilities, excellent squash facilities. There is a yoga hall, multiple places we do this. This is our Gymkhana office. This is our Gymkhana office. In that you have the fitness center. So a lot of fitness facilities. Our outdoors facilities are also beautiful. So even if you can't, you go and find the treadmills are all full, don't worry, you go jogging outside. It's really beautiful outside. One of the things that, I don't know how many of you are, okay, we'll take a survey again. How many of you are early morning risers? Okay, good. Early morning, get out of the hostel. Get up early, get out of the hostel, go for a walk. It's really beautiful. I mean, late evening, whatever you do, nothing comes close to an early morning beauty. There's no, pollution is down, everything is quiet, a lovely atmosphere. You just go or walk in our stadium, you find there's another set of people who are these early morning people who have been stealing that time which you have been missing. So you should go and also compete there and get that time, walk around there. You find people meditating, people running, our institute sports team will be practicing there, athletics team. So definitely go there and walk through the campus. It's really lovely to do it in the morning, so please do it. So even if you can't use these facilities, you can step out. All weights, everything is there. It's very well equipped. You will not have shortage of any kind of equipment here. You can always find it in various, in more than one location you will find it. Please make sure you take and it all belongs to you. So there's no, as long as you get your ID card and get in whatnot, you can use all these facilities. Okay, next slide. Okay, we now have a new indoor sports complex called Sitara. It's all nearby only. It's all walking distance from here. There upstairs, there's a tennis court. A lot of table tennis locations and badminton courts are there. They are trying to air condition it. I've used it without the air conditioning, but soon it will get air conditioned. So again, it's done in a proper way because the air conditioning for shuttle and table tennis and all has to be done such that it doesn't affect the movement of the shuttle or the ball. So it's done a little bit more carefully for that reason. So they're doing all that. It's all near international professional standards. They're trying to set up the facilities. Next slide. Yeah, that's our stadium. That's the Olympic-sized swimming pool that I told you about. Basketball courts are there. A lot of these facilities are here. Hockey grounds are there. Football grounds are there. immense opportunity is there for you. You should use it. Okay, so yeah. And our people have done very well. This is Alfen. He is from our metallurgy department. I'm from metallurgy department. He got a gold in beach volleyball. So you can do very well academically and do very well in at least one other field. So feel free to do that. Next slide. This is our IIT Madras team. Women's General Championship, second time in a row. It won in the inter-IIT meet. And overall we were placed second. So generally our teams do very well. So you find them working very hard and getting ready for the next inter-IIT. Okay. Yeah. Student governance, these are all various things you can learn as you go along. So you have secretaries in the hostel, you have overall secretaries, some are elected, some are selected. All of this is there, you will learn this in your hostel. Next slide. This is existing secretaries. This is our academic affairs secretary Siddharth, co-curricular affairs secretary Chitranshu, Arjun is there, cultural affairs, one more cultural affairs secretary Ratnam, Anushka is our international and alumni relations secretary. So you have all of these, hostel affairs secretary, research affairs secretary, Pabitra Kumar, so many of them. Prabhanjana is our institute sports secretary, general secretary is Tarun, and Yashwant is our SLC speaker. Yeah. Okay, and of course, you are now all PG students, but nevertheless, you should remember that both nationally and in our institute, ragging is 100% prohibited. Zero tolerance means zero tolerance, absolute zero tolerance. We don't accept any behavior that is remotely close to this. Any kind of abuse is unacceptable. And I would like to underline that action will be taken if anybody is found doing any of this stuff. Yeah, next please. Okay, we have a committee for it. You can see Dean Students is the chairperson. This is the thing. Yeah, next slide. I think we have a presentation on CCash towards the end. So so we have a committee against sexual harassment. Again, this is a very important thing. I think in the past, generally, I think societies have been evolving. This is now formally a part of our system. We want to ensure that there is absolutely no sexual harassment in the campus in any form, whether it is at the student level or at any other level. And we have a formal process which is very seriously taken up. This committee is a very empowered committee. Whatever action they ask us to take, we will take. Okay, so it is to be, you have to understand very clearly what this is and what is not allowed. And 100% compliance is required. So like I say, this is something that as a society, I think we have been still evolving. We all come from different backgrounds. So we sometimes assume something is okay, but it may not be okay. So you should make sure that you understand what those limits are. And any behavior that is not within those limits can be reported and can be reported by anybody. But anyway, the CCash team will talk to you about it. Again, our most important thing I'll tell you is zero tolerance, and we mean it. So please, don't hesitate to reach us if you see a problem. That's what I'm telling. The only thing I will tell you is all of this is done very confidentially. So therefore, you may not hear publicity about it. It doesn't mean that we don't do it. We don't follow through with our actions. Our actions are followed through. The people involved will know what happened. But we generally will not put it out in public saying that this happened and we did this, etc. That's the way it works. Okay. Next slide. So this is our Dean Students Office. Professor Satya, Shri Sudhakar Rao is there. Rashmi Madam is here. So you can meet all of these people as necessary. Yeah. That's it. Okay. So that's our presentation from Dean Students Office. A lot of various things that are here. Like I said, 3 things I would ask you to take away with. Make sure that you get a friend from a state that is not your own. Make sure you get into at least one physical fitness activity and try to get into at least one meditation type of activity. These 3 you do, in addition to all the academic stuff. See, our academic stuff will kind of, use up your day. Unless you consciously think that I need to do this one extra thing, you will not get it into your system. Once you get it into your system, that also becomes part of your day. And then you will naturally enjoy it, you will participate in it and so on. Okay? So please do that. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Sure. Now let me present what I'm supposed to present, which is something about our academics. Just a small number of slides, not as many. Quickly, I'll walk you through some academic processes in our campus. Yeah. Okay, so you come from school to college, and now you're, in college also you've already done an undergrad, you're coming for your post-graduation, and then you're going to go to a professional workplace. So, the thing that I want you to understand is you are going through a transition. The person who was in school is not the person who should be in the workplace. So, in school, if you have an exam tomorrow, what is the question you will ask your teacher? Tell me a question that you will ask your teacher. What are the important questions? Then. Anything else? Syllabus. Okay. Important question, syllabus. Anything else? Correct only. This is all of us ask, right? Anything else? Yes. Exam में help मिलेगा? नहीं मिलेगा. Anyway, correct.
Do we get marks for steps?
Sorry?
Do we get marks for steps?
Do we get marks for steps? Yes, good point. Anything else? Exam में कौन सा question आएगा? Correct. What about the exam? Type of questions. Exactly. Anything else? Objective or subjective? Very good. So I think we got a cross section, right? Objective or subjective? What type of question? Will I get exam? Will I get help? All these things you'll ask. Okay. Now we go to workplace. Tomorrow is project deadline. What will you ask? Can you go and ask what is the syllabus? What is the? Will it be objective or subjective? What are the important questions for this project? You can't ask any of this stuff, right? So there is a difference. That's what I'm saying. There's a big difference between being a student and being a professional. In the professional workplace, there is no syllabus. Everything you have learned from first standard up until that point, and everything you have not learned is all syllabus. The whole world is syllabus. In fact, when you are in the professional workplace, they are expecting that you will go and figure out what is needed. You will think of things that other people have not thought about. And even if you don't know the information, you will go look it up. You will look it up, get ready for that presentation, get all of that together and present. And they will really value you if you do that very well. Okay? So all the things that you have been doing so far are all wrong. So you have to now change. So this is something you should at least first become aware about. Right? Because we still do that. See, in campus still, the exam still will have a syllabus, will have a pattern. All of that will still be there. Some exams may have less of this, more of open-ended kind of questions. But still the general structure is always there. But you have to get ready to move out of it. This is not going to help you in the workplace. Everything we have trained you, the entire education system has trained you for the past 15 years. Fundamentally is training you in the wrong direction. Okay, so that's the open secret that you have to understand, because none of this will work in your workplace. You have to be more open. So this is the first thing I want you to understand. And you have to start moving in this direction. You should not hesitate. You should not keep on fighting it. You should get ready. You should embrace it. You should say, yes, I'm open for problem statements that are without syllabus. Okay. Another thing, I hear students say, I had an exam today, so I cannot take an exam tomorrow. I need a break. Workplace, you have a deadline today. There will be a deadline tomorrow. There will be a deadline this afternoon itself for a second project that you are in. You cannot go and tell your CEO one deadline only per day, and then I need 1 week break. Then only I will take the next deadline. It doesn't work that way. Okay. In fact, again, the more proactive you are, the more responsive you are, you become very, very invaluable to the company. See, you may get into the company because of some resume, etc. But it is your attitude that decides whether you will stay in the company. Okay, your resume is some training. You have some training, all of that you have. But your attitude is what decides. When they have a downsizing, who are the 100 people they will remove from the company? If you are the kind of person who is very proactive, does all these kinds of stuff, you are highly invaluable to them. They will hesitate till the very end to remove you from the company. You will always be in that shortlist that will stay inside, because they need you. They need this kind of a person who does all kinds of stuff, figures out what needs to be done, will not worry if there are like 3 deadlines, will find a way to handle it. All that they will do. So they will go a huge distance for you if you have this kind of combination in you. Okay, next slide. Okay, so yeah, like I said, think as a professional and be part of the community. So we'll talk about that community. Next slide. Yeah, go back one slide. One slide, go back. Previous slide, previous. Yeah. Okay, so you heard our director told, right, that we are ranked NIRF number 1. Right? IIT Madras is ranked NIRF number 1 for the past 9 years. So, who is this IIT Madras? Students. What about faculty? So you will see in the newspaper, they'll show that, what is that? That's big sign that is there, an emblem that is there near the gate. There'll be a photo of that emblem. Below that it will come. IIT Madras is ranked NIRF number 1, 9th year in a row it will come. Right? Correct. Good. Yes. So now you saw the emblem. Now who is that NIRF 1? Is that the emblem of NIRF 1? So who is NIRF 1? There's an admin building. Is that NIRF 1? Your hostel? Overall. So overall means what? It means every PG student here, every UG student here, every faculty here, every staff here, every lab that you visit, all of us together, put together is NIRF 1. And that's not an idle statement that I'm making, that's a real fact. If you go to NIRF site and you pick what is the submission made by any institute, all of us are required to submit one bunch of data based on which they do all this evaluation. You will see that they ask all kinds of questions. Director was mentioning, right, we have about 23% women in our camp, in the PG program, right? They are looking for gender. What is the mix of gender in the campus? How inclusive is the campus? How many faculty are there? How many students are there? What is the qualification of the faculty? How many publications have been made? How many patents have been made? So there's like a huge set of criteria. How many international students are here? There are a wide range of criteria they are looking at before declaring some points for each of it and then coming up with some ranking. So when you say NIRF 1, it refers to each one of us. Okay. And in general, if you see anything good, you are now IIT Madras students, you are all IITians. In general, in the news, if you see something good about IIT Madras, that news belongs to you. Okay. You can say, my institute, blah, 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 this is belongs to me. That is how your grandmother or somebody will tell, hey, I saw it always happens. You would not have seen, they would have seen. They'll come, in the news, I saw IIT Madras has done this. So you may not know what they have done, but they'll all be very keen about it because you are from IIT Madras. They associate you with that good news. Okay. So there is bad news. Who does that belong to? It also belongs to all of us. Okay, so see, I will tell you, as an institute, we are always improving. I was a student here, 88 to 92. Many of our faculty here have been students here long, long ago. Director was a student here long, long ago. As an institute, we are continuously improving. We will continue to improve. Whatever it was when I was a student, it's like hundreds of times better now. If you come back here as a faculty some 20 years from now, it will be 100 times better. So we are on a continuous improvement process. We are not perfect. I guarantee you that ahead of time. But we aim for perfection. We keep on working towards it. We'll keep on improving. That improvement process includes all of us. It includes your input. It includes your participation. You cannot simply send one, just raising the complaint is not enough. You are the best, most brightest people available in our country. You should also propose the solution. Simply giving complaint letters one after the other is a very kiddish way of going about it. I expect you to participate in the process. Any improvement, you participate. So the participation process means you are part of the community. All the good that happens here belongs to you. Any challenges we face also belongs to all of us. Right? So that is the way we have to do it. Today, whatever is that thing called social media or anti-social media is typically not used in the proper way. People just rush and put all kinds of nonsense there. To me, whenever I see somebody posting something about any institute, they are in that institute and they post something bad about that institute in social media, it conveys 2-3 things. One, first and foremost, they don't know what it means to be a team player. A team player works with the system and tries to improve it, not simply complains, not simply tries to make a show by throwing something out in the public. Okay? And this, they're both not able to participate and they're not able to understand how to handle themselves, with respect to society at large and themselves as individuals. So being part of the community is important. So I expect both of these, think as a professional and be part of the community. Yeah, next slide. Okay, we have courses. All our courses have a class committee. Institutes like this we don't have a university question paper, etc. Each subject has, the faculty has a freedom to set up the evaluation in a different manner. But they will tell you this at the start of the course, sitting in a committee called a class committee, which will consist of faculty teaching the students. They will tell that in my course, I'm going to evaluate with 2 exams and 1 assignment, or 2 assignments, 1 take-home exam, whatever it is. They will tell you that right at the beginning, and that is how the evaluation for each course is set up. Okay? So that's the important part of the class committee. We have a discipline and welfare committee which deals with, we have different disciplinary committees in the campus. We have a disciplinary committee for academic aspects, which is this DWC. There is, I think, a hostel disciplinary committee for any disciplinary issues in the hostel. And there's an institute disciplinary committee which deals with non-academic aspects. So what is the best thing we can do about these three committees? Don't turn up in front of them. That's correct. Okay, that is one part. Yeah. Stated in a different way, our collective effort should be that these committees never get to meet. They should have no agenda items. Who provides them agenda items? We do. So no agenda item should go to them. So, and it is perfectly doable. See, all the stuff that is expected is all reasonable stuff. Don't copy in an exam. There's nothing new about it. You've been through a million exams. You cannot, there's nothing you can come and tell me that says, I didn't know and all that stuff. It's not going to go anywhere. Don't copy in an exam. Don't get into fights. So all this, in our institute, largely things are okay. What I'm saying is these are all basic stuff. We do have facilities to handle them. Ideally, we want as a community to go about this in such a way that these committees don't have to meet, right? So this is what it is. We have a minimum attendance. We expect 75% attendance in all our courses, which is a plenty of room for you. So our typical semester is 4 months. So even medical leave is supposed to be in that 25%. See, let me put it this way. As a residential institute, you are here only for academic activities. Your primary activity is academic. So you should attend 100% of the classes. This 25% doesn't mean you can not show up for 1 month out of the 4 months. That's not what this means. That 25% is to take care of any medical leave. Some emergency is there. Your sister is getting married. There's some illness in the family, unfortunately. So you go and attend to all of those, right? That is sufficient room for all of that. In the rare occasion, we have students who have significant long-term medical illness. That we give additional coverage. That is done differently, that is handled differently. But all other things, which are like 2 days, if you are ill for 2 days, don't send me a medical certificate and expect me to change your attendance. Nothing is going to happen. Your attendance is what it is. Okay, if we are not going to change it, all that is within the 25%, don't even send me email on it. Okay, so this is the thing I want you to understand. So please make sure that this is taken care of. Next slide, please. Okay, you will soon, you may already have this. This is how your roll numbers, this will be your roll number. So aerospace 25 is the year that you are joining. M means MTech, 001 is your roll number at smail.itm.ac.in. You will get email addresses like this. All communication to us should come only from this. Okay, so because only then we know that it is genuinely you. Otherwise we don't know. Gmail anybody can open, Yahoo anybody can open, so on. So this you should use. We will also send announcements to this only. We will not send to anything else. Okay, so please always use only this. Next slide, please. Okay, for MTech, you have HTTA maximum duration is half-time teaching assistantship. So this means in your department, they may ask you to grade something, they may ask you to help run a lab, etc. All that is legitimate activity. You're being paid for that. 8 hours a week, you should do that. Okay, that is what you're getting paid for. It is not that it is a scholarship. So please don't understand what it is. And therefore, don't feel surprised that some activity is being assigned to you. Activity will be assigned to you and you should do it. 8 hours per week. If you don't do it, you don't get for that week. Every week there will be one, ever so often we have to, your advisor or somebody has to certify that you did that 8 hours per week. Only for that you're getting paid. Okay, if you don't do it, you don't get paid. There will be a teaching assistantship orientation, which you will all go through in the first semester. And your projects start typically on 1st June of next year. Some of the departments are enabling you to go for, in fact, most of our departments are enabling you to go for summer internship if that works out for you, in which case your project will start differently. Check with your department how they are handling the credits for it. Okay, so they will do, because we firmly believe internships help you get positions, because when you go for an internship, it is not a 20-minute interview. You're going to sit with that company for 2 months. It's a much better idea. You will also get a better idea of them. They will get a better idea of you. Right? So that is what it is. Time management is the only other thing that I will alert you to, because a lot of activities are there in campus. You should manage your time so that, I don't want you to just sit doing your project, do other things, like I said, at least 2-3 other things I pointed out. Just manage your time so that you can fully benefit from whatever is here. Next slide. This is our slot system. Many of you may already have seen something similar in your respective colleges. So this simply means we have, for example, you'll have every course that is there in the campus will be assigned a slot. Okay, and the slot timing is fixed. So A slot means 8 to 8:50 on Monday. It means 12 to 12:50 on Tuesday. It is not there on Wednesday. Thursday it is 11 to 11:50, and Friday it is 10 to 10:50. This is A slot. So if a course is assigned A slot, this is the timing it will have. Okay, and which also means you cannot take 2 courses in A slot. So if you have a bunch of courses listed in A slot, you can pick only one from that list, because they'll all have exactly the same timing. Their exam time will also be exactly the same. So you can pick a course in A slot, you can pick another course in B slot, etc. Maybe you have to pick 4, so you may pick courses which are there in A, C, E, and F. You may not pick every slot. So maybe your 4 courses are distributed like that. This is how your timetable will tell you which time your course class is. Okay? Yeah, next slide. We have some mapping of our credit. If you want more details, you can contact us. But basically, we typically our courses are like 9 credits or 12 credits, which usually means 3 hours of lecture. There may be a tutorial. You may have some additional work to do outside the classroom, etc. So that is how we give some numbering for our credit system. Yeah, next slide. Next slide. And like I said, our assessments, we have quizzes, and we call our exams as quizzes. So typically, most courses will have 2 quizzes and an end semester examination, but it is not necessary. Like I said, faculty can say, I will do assignments. You make a presentation. All kinds of different assessments will be there. Roughly, this is what it will be. And typically, we have final exams, which are called our end semester exams, for about 3 hours. For your respective courses, the location, all that will be given to you. Next slide, please. Okay, we have a lot of assistance for people who would like to learn English, who have had difficulty with English, maybe because they learned in native language, etc. So we have a software called Lanquil, for which you can get a subscription from our library. It's free. For you, it is free. The institute has paid for it, but you have to ask for it and get a license for it. They will give you a login password for that software. It's a nice software. It's a very interesting, fun software, which you can keep trying and improving. So it will be like you'll hear an audio where 2 people are talking. Let's say let's go for a movie. My friend so and so is coming. I have only 2 tickets. Some conversation will be there, and then there are a bunch of questions. Where were they going? Who was coming? All kinds of things will be there. You can answer, and it's totally self-assessment. You can get some score. You can retry that same test again, and you keep improving. It also allows you to read a passage. It'll put up a paragraph. You read that passage out, and it gives you some score on how well you read it out. And again, you can read it a second time, third time, etc. And like, they gamify it, they give you some stars, etc., etc. You can collect all of that and feel good about it. But that is basically what it is. It's a straightforward thing. A very good, fun stuff, a fun way to learn your language. So I strongly recommend this. I just tried it out to see how it works. It's very good fun. So if you feel, this is something that you would like to improve, please do. Again, this is a great opportunity to do it, because in workplace today, most of the workplaces are multinational. You may join, some company here, they will post you anywhere in the world. So having good English speaking skills is a big positive for you. So make sure you make use of this. We also have a student team. Like I said, Sati team is there. They will also help you if you want more personalized attention. Yeah, next slide. This is our grading process. Our highest grade is an S. A, B, C, D, E, you have. Points are there. This is what we average with the credits to give you your CGPA. Cumulative grade point average. Okay, and we don't have a grade improvement process, so whatever grade you get, you have to sit with it. Okay, so this is what we have. Yeah, next slide. That's it. We are almost done. So this is the same hall we use for our convocation. Just about a week, 10 days ago, we had our convocation here. In a couple of years from now, you will be here as part of the crowd. These are just a couple of snapshots from it. Next slide. This is from our previous convocation, I think. So that's all I have. I wish you a very enjoyable learning experience at IIT Madras. Lots of facilities, lot of opportunities. It's totally now in your hands to have a great time here. We are here to support you. And again, I wish you a good time here. Thank you. Yeah, one more thing I just wanted to add here. Our Dean Academic Research is not also available today. For most of the PG programs here, we have an upgrade option. So you can do an MTech or an MSc and then you can upgrade to a PhD. So in which case when you graduate, you will get 2 degrees with you. So we give these dual degree options. Typically that requires, at the end of 2 semesters, you should have a CGPA of 8 or higher. And then there'll be a committee which will, you can apply for this upgrade if you want. Okay, so you can apply for this upgrade. There'll be a committee that will review your application, and HOD will recommend based on the performance, based on what the committee recommends and your CGPA and so on. So you have the ability, now that you're here, you can do that if you want to upgrade and get 2 degrees. And there's an additional course you have to do, a 699, 7999, there are 2 courses that you have to do. But then you can do this upgrade. So this is something that you should keep an eye on if you are interested in doing this process in the future. Okay? Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I hope you had a very interactive and informative session. And now I request the librarian in charge from the Central Library to explain you how the Central Library works and functions.
Good morning, everybody. On behalf of the library, I am going to present the library facilities, how to access the library. Next slide. So this is our library building. I think how many people visited the library, I don't know. You have visited the sports complex, facilities, canteen, everything. How many people visited the library? Very good. Only few people visited the library. The library is nearby our admin building. So what are the facilities available? Today we are going to see here. Next slides. Our library is the important library. It is a technically rich library in the country. We have lot of resources. We have 2,65,000 books are presently available, and donated books are 17,000 books are available, and e-books 18,000, and subscribed e-books are more than 1 lakh books are available in the library. E-journals, databases, back volumes, patent and standards, and theses and dissertations, children's books. Many resources are available in the library. Next slides. Services, almost many services we are providing for the academic community. Open public access catalog. You can access the catalog, what are the books available, how to borrow the books. So everything is available in the net. And self-checkout check-in systems, automated library. You need not to enter all the things, just you go to the checkout machine and you keep your book and ID card, you can get an issue for the books. Renewal process also, automatic renewal process. The electronic book drop facilities, book bank facilities available. You can get for more books. And interlibrary loan. If a book is not available, our library will arrange to other library. And e-resources, these are all the facilities we are giving. Next. Another thing, some facilities, Ajanta Reading Hall, 24/7. So if some students want to read the books midnight also. So these facilities created 24/7 is nearby our coffee house, Coffee Day. And Digital Knowledge Center is available in the library first floor. 100 computers are available. If you need not to carry the laptop, the system is there. You can access all the library resources. And Media Resource Center, if you want to organize any meeting, or if you want to organize any group discussion, if you want to organize any functions, the facilities available in the library. And the children's library also available. Centralized air conditioning, the air conditioning is for all. If you feel heat in your room, you come to library and sit in the library, you read the books. And Wi-Fi facilities available, drinking water, all the facilities available in the library. Next please. Library timing. Our library timing is 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock midnight, and all the days. Only few days as holidays. Republic Day, Independence Day, Gandhi Jayanti, Deepavali, and Christmas. Only few holidays is for library. All other days library is working up to 12 o'clock. And 24/7 reading facilities also available in the library. Next slides. And this is the important one. How many books you are eligible to borrow from the library? MS PhD students, 10 books you are eligible to borrow. And TPR, textbook, 1 book you are eligible to borrow. And MSc students, 5 books. Long-term issues, semester you can keep in your study purpose. Next slide. This is our opaque system. It's user-friendly library software is available. Easily you can identify the books, whether it is available or somebody borrowed it. Where it is available, you can get all the information in the library opaque terminals. Next. How to borrow the book I already told. This is our library counter. You can go directly to the counter, self-issue although there, and the people are sitting there. You give your ID card and give the book, or self you can keep the book and keep the ID card, you will get it issue. Without issue, you cannot carry the books because the monitoring system, our system is there, the alarm will come. So you please careful and get it issue, and after that borrow the books from the library. Next slides. This is the picture of the borrowing machines. Next. Books. 30 days you can keep the books for your study purpose. After that you have to return the books to the library. Otherwise, the fine notification automatically will come from the library software. Per day, 1 rupee, you have to pay the fine. So you please return the book. Why we are keeping for 1 day fine means the books, other students can also use it. That's why the fine is 1 rupee. You have to return the book. One renewal option is there. You can renew the books. Next slide. The opaque, where you get the opaque, the library website, that option is there. You can access the opaque in your, not only library, in your room, outside the campus, anywhere. You can, if you are going for the library websites, the option is there. You can get it for the opaque library. Next. This is our library website. We have organized all the resources. That e-books also there. So nowadays library is without wall. Not only physical library, without wall means e-books. You can get access anywhere in campus or outside the campus also. We have 1,85,000 e-books are available in our library subscriptions. You can get it. Next. Already I told Digital Knowledge Center. This is a picture of Digital Knowledge Center. 100 computers are available. You can come here, access there, all the library online resources. Next. The Agenda Reading Hall. The picture of Agenda Reading Hall. 24/7 reading. All the facilities are available in the Agenda Reading Hall. Next. So library websites. Next slide. So this is our library websites. If you want to renew the books or if you want to access all our library journals, you have to go through the library website only. Next slide. We organize all the resources according to alphabet, publisher wise, resource type wise. We arranged it. Easily accessible website is this one. Next one. So e-databases are available. Apart from the e-books and e-journals, lot of database also we are subscribing it. That database also we arranged here. Next. This is one of the next page. So this is very important. One nation, one subscriptions. Government of India initiative last year, they have spent 6,000 crore for the academic community, subscription of the databases and e-journals. More than 1.5 crore students are getting access of this thing. Once upon a time, the only IIT, NITs, central universities are getting the access of many resources. Nowadays, each and every corner of the country, people can access of through this project. This is a good initiative of the Government of India. More than 30 publishers, international publishers. If an example for the Elsevier, Cambridge, Taylor and Francis, Wiley, these are all the publishers are costly product. Elsevier per year subscription is 7 crore rupees. Now we are getting from them through the government subscriptions. On behalf of all the academic community, Government of India is subscribing the journals. Now everybody is getting for access it. This is the website. If you are going this website, just you Google One Nation, One Subscription. If you are typing there, the web page will come. You can search from the title or any content if you require for your curriculum or for academic purpose. Lot of informations are available, very costly informations, and more than 30 publishers' websites resources are available. Government is spending for 6,000 crore, and more than 6,800 institutes are getting the access of these things. Please use the resources for your academic purpose, and you do something for the country is contributing lot of things, and you contribute something to the country. That's why they are spending lot of money in the academic developments. Next. So these are all, see, I told 6,500 members are there, and full text downloaded, number of downloaders, lakhs available. Maximum you download it, because we are paying lot of money to the publishers. Maximum download it, keep it in open. If any of your friends are asking, you send the articles, you download it in your keep your computer. Then only we can minimize the cost of the price. Okay. Next things. These are also resources are very important resource. ACM, Digital Library, American Chemical Society, American Institute of Aeronautics, American Institute of Physics, costly journals packages. Okay. Next slide. IEEE, ICE publications, Emerald, and Springer Natures, PMJ, ANSME journals. It's covering all the subjects. Okay. Next one. So Springer Nature, all the journals are available. So last year only government taken this initiation, utilize it, download what you want, and get it stored in your computer and use it. So then only we will get the benefit of these projects. Next one. So resource support tools. So what Dean told, we have a lot of research support tools available. If you want to develop your language skills, or if you want to identify your what are the research activities already there in the society, everything, lot of research support tool is there. Grammarly, one software, you can develop your grammar. And at the Landquill already he told me, your speaking ability and writing ability and listening ability, all the test models are there. You can get the Grammarly and the Landquill, you have to register through your SS portal. The request will come to library and we will provide the access to you. Okay? You have to raise the request through SS portal. And another thing, Mendeley, Overleaf, Turnitin. Turnitin, I don't think how many people heard about Turnitin. It's a plagiarism checking software. It's also a costly software. We are spending 50 lakh rupees for 1 year access of these things. That access also you are getting through your faculty only. Library is not providing directly to access to you. We will provide the access to your faculty. Your faculty will create the login for you, and you can access text, check your plagiarism, your assignments, your thesis, all the things. Okay, that facility is also available. Another thing, the Scopus Web of Science. These are all the important softwares for identify your trend of your research and citation analysis and what is the number one journals. All the information you will get in the Web of Science and Scopus. Okay, next slide, please. The example of the Grammarly. You can log in through this website only. Access, we will provide it. Next one. This is the Landquill software first page. Next page. Next. So Turnitin access. We will provide the access. Your teacher will provide the access for you. He will create the class. Under the class, you will get the access. So patterns and standards also available. Lot of patterns and standards is very helpful for your research. Next one. We have library is, nowadays library is without wall and with wall. Library is a 4-story building, fully air conditioned, and little bit old facilities available. Now we are going to upgrade the library facilities also. In very future, you will get for very good atmosphere, reading facilities, everything will become. And now it is very good library. You can come regularly and visit the library, sit the library, spend more time. Who are all spending more time in the library, definitely they are getting very good feature in the life. And also we are going to build the life learning resource in the library. Mostly engineering libraries are technical focused library. And if you want to see, Dean told healthy fitness, many facilities are there. In mental fitness, you have to come to library only. Okay? You come to library, spend more time, leisurely sit and read it, continuously visit the library. Thank you very much. Thank you.
No. Yeah. Thank you, Anand Murugan, sir. I now request Professor Parag Ravindran to explain you about the flora and fauna of the institute. He's from Prakriti Club.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to all of you again to your home away from home for the next 2 years. So this is a small, short introduction to the natural heritage of IIT Madras. Could I have the next slide, please? So our motto pretty much is to observe, appreciate, and conserve. Could I get the next one, please? Yeah, so we have a lovely campus. You've probably already seen that. So part of it is wooded and part of it is open grasslands. It was carved out of the Guindy National Park when the institute was set up in the late 50s. Could I get the next one, please? Yeah, so you will see this animal here. This is the black buck. It's one of the fastest land animals. It is the fastest land animal in India if you discount the cheetah, right? Because the cheetahs are in some sense being reintroduced now. There are also leucistic ones. There are a couple of ones which are, I don't think we have a purely white one right now, but there is one which is almost white with some small patches of brown right now. You will also see that. May I get the next one, please? We have a lake on campus, and again, that houses a rich variety of animals, frogs, aquatic species, fishes, turtles. We are one of the best habitats for freshwater turtles in the city. This is the spotted deer. You will see a lot of them on campus again. Yes, and your friends here, the monkeys. Yes, you've probably already been introduced to them, right? So many people are afraid of monkeys. So I want to tell you that you don't have to fear them. Their only interest is food, so please don't carry any food or water bottles or juices or drink packs or anything else in the open. Put them in a bag and zip it up. They are unlikely to bother you, right? Their only interest is if you're carrying this in the open in your hand, they might come. And even then, their objective mainly is to get that food from you, right? So for example, if you toss it away, they're going to pick it up and go away, right? So very unlikely they're going to attack you or come charging at you. Their only interest is in food, right? So just follow basic common sense and you will have no trouble from monkeys. The other thing is, if you're in your hostel rooms, when you leave the rooms, please latch the doors and the windows, because otherwise monkeys can sometimes get in through the small openings in the windows, or they walk into the room and they can make a mess of the place. So please, the basic precautions, and you're perfectly fine. May I have the next one, please? Yeah. There are lots of small insects and animals that we tend to miss. Some lovely spider that is here, a green spider, yeah. We are blessed with a large number of bird species. Close to 120 species of birds come here. Some of them are resident. A large number of them are also migrants who come here in the winter. So starting from October, November, December, January till Feb, these are the cooler months in Chennai. And a lot of birds come here during that time. You will see really, it's hard to believe unless you see them that, these birds actually come here and spend time here, right? So you could, if you are into bird watching, this is a fantastic place to do bird watching. If you've not done it before, we do periodic nature walks and introduction to birding and so on. So please do come. We have some very knowledgeable people who will help you get up to speed on this one. May I have the next one, please? Yeah, more of these birds. Some of them are extremely colorful, yeah, also small, yeah. We also have a rich diversity of butterflies. You see the leopards and tigers here are only butterflies, the plain tigers and the common leopard. So yeah, nothing to fear, yeah. Snakes, again, you might encounter some snakes, mostly harmless snakes, some of them can be, the rat snake that you see can be quite long and quite scary. It looks quite big, but it's not poisonous, right? Wine snake is a small green snake that you might see on trees and so on and so forth. There are many more species of snakes. Again, we have not had any snake bite fatalities. And whenever you see a snake, just call the security section. They have trained people who will come pick up the snake and leave it outdoors, right? In some forested place where it can go away. So they rarely, they are more afraid of us than we are of them. So they will try to avoid us. But if they accidentally get into any space that we use, please call the security and they will come and release it in the wild. May I have the next one, please? Yeah. Lots of small plants, bushes, shrubs, which don't seem important to us, but they are very critical for the ecosystem, right? Many times we think, why don't I clear this patch of land and start something here, right? But these plants, are very vital to the ecosystem, right? There may be small insects. There are birds which eat only that kind of berry. And once that plant disappears, that particular species cannot stay here anymore. And there are other species that depend on that, and so on and so forth, all the way, right? So it's very important that we conserve and avoid damaging the ecosystem. May I have the next one, please? Trees, banyans, you will see the gulmohar. The gulmohars usually are flowering in the summer time, right? So you will see these lovely red flowers. We have close to 400 banyan trees on campus. Again, it's a keystone species. Lots of animals get fed by the banyan tree. There's a whole ecosystem that revolves around that. That's a story for another day. May I have the next one, please? So this is home not only for us for the next few years, but also for a lot of birds, animals, and insects. And therefore, we have some expectations from campus residents. Please do not litter, the obvious thing, right? Please avoid plastic bags. Many times it's easier to carry a cloth bag to, carry things. If you carry food or bottled drink, please carry it in a properly closed Ziploc, a proper zip bag so that monkeys don't come to you. Right? It's a wonderful idea to walk or cycle on campus. It's very safe for cycling, very safe for walking. If you drive, please do not speed inside campus. We have very strict speed limit of 20 kilometers per hour. The security will stop you. They will, they might also fine you, so please avoid it. And the reason is not to avoid the fine, it's because there's a high probability that we can hit some animal if we drive faster. So if you're on a cab, please request your driver to drive slowly because sometimes they may not be aware, right? So so that's Einstein pitching for the good old bicycle. Please bicycle, right? Yeah. May I have the next one, please? Yes, so that's our website, home.iitm.ac.in/prakriti. Please do visit it. Lots of wonderful information there. We also do periodic activities. Please do join us, right? To borrow a line from Professor Pratap, right? It's possible that you learn nothing about nature here in the next 2 years. In that case, you have wasted your time here, right? This is, living here is like living in a resort, right? Once you graduate from here, if you want to live in a place like this, you will have to pay good money, right? To go get a place like this and live there. So make use of this opportunity. Many times what happens is, if I ask you, for example, what is there in this hall? You will tell me there are people, there are chairs, there is the microphone, there is the display, there is this. But what we forget is that all this is in space. We miss the space, right? In the same way, many times we miss the environment in which everything else is carried, right? So I would request you to pay attention to that. In fact, there is such a richness of activities here that you might miss this background thing completely. So please don't do that. It happens to many of us faculty members who spend a lot longer. We spend 30 years here and I don't realize there's a lake on campus, right? That can happen, right? So make use of this opportunity and please do interact with us. Yeah, wish you all the best for your stay here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now request Ms. Archana from the Women's Forum, who's presenting today on behalf of Professor Indumati Nambi. Thanks.
Warm welcome to all. Namaste. It's so nice to see all of you new people here. And I think you've struggled a lot, you have achieved a lot to reach this position here. To give you a perspective, the director talked about the number of girl students here in campus and the admission. He's very happy about it. We are much more so. We are the Women's Forum of IIT Madras, and we welcome you all on behalf of the forum. We are the Women's Forum, but we are here for everyone. So our aim is to ensure that all women here at IIT Madras are equally represented as much as the men, and they get to grow in the same way, if not more, and we would like to support them. Yeah, so a little bit of history here. The Women's Forum of IIT Madras was created like 20 years back. It was more of an informal thing, which was predominantly for the staff of IIT Madras. And around the time of COVID, like 2020, the institute decided to open it up for all the people here, representing even the youngest undergrad and also the oldest housekeeping staff. So all of them are part of the Women's Forum. We work towards the holistic development of all categories of women here. So this also talks about our mission and vision. You can also find this on our website. Yeah, so we would like to talk about what we have done so far and what is our expectations from you and what we are planning to do in the next coming years. So these are some of the programs that we conduct here. We have wellness sessions, we have yoga, we have personal branding. These are exclusively for women because sometimes the needs are different and there are people who are much more comfortable to do it in a setting like this. So these are some of the events that we have done on the wellness side. So one part is that there are cases where the number of women research scholars, if you see, is much lesser than the number of male scholars in any setting, especially in rural areas where there are a limit of lacking of educational facilities. If you see that the number of women are represented in very less. So what we are trying to do is, at least at IITM, we would want to recognize the women scholars who have been rewarded thoroughly for their research, and we also welcome our new faculty, staff, and our freshers so that they are aware of the Women's Forum and they can come to us to give us feedback on our initiatives and say what sort of programs they would like and if there is any sort of support they would need from us. And also we do conduct some fun events so that we can let down our hair and have some fun. We have our annual Women's Day program that happens in the March. And recently we had a journaling workshop with Journal Out, where people are taught to do thoughtful journaling, which lets them keep their mind more clear and make space for more creativity. So we also did the jewelry making workshop for the Research Affairs Council last December. Yeah, so these are things that I would like to talk in more detail because as MTech students, I think this would make more sense to you. So we have this flagship program called Steward, which is a one-on-one mentorship program for women, girl students. So what we do is, if you are a PG or a doctoral student, you are stepping into your department, we can connect you to a senior in your department or a faculty or an alumni as per your interests, and they will mentor you throughout your education in here and also maybe later. so that you can get a one-on-one separate support on what career you are going to choose, whatever path you want to take, and also take it forward. Because sometimes that is not readily available. There you will be part of groups, you will be part of institutions, but then you need a one-on-one support sometimes. Somebody who can be your sounding board, somebody who can help you say, oh, this is the path your research is taking, where does my research go, why is it not moving? All those questions will be addressed by this one-on-one mentorship. So this program is called Steward Program. We will be reaching out to you guys for registration for this. So you can apply and say what sort of support you are looking at, and accordingly we'll pair you up with a mentor, and we can take it forward from there. So the other thing is, we do have periodic panel discussions on a lot of things covering your career, your education, family life, holistic well-being. There will be mailers on this. You'll all be part of our mailing list. So you can attend any panel discussion of your interest and put out your questions and take away from it. The third part is the Women Leading IITM initiative. This is exclusively for research scholars, where we see that women scholars tend to lose out on time. For example, during COVID, we see that a year and a half just went away because we were not able to access the labs. So you see a delay in the research, but the research scholarship grant is fixed and it has a time duration. So there are women alumni and our sponsors who are willing to sponsor women who have like 6 or 8 months of research pending, but they're not able to fund, they're not able to find sponsors, but they want to get through with their PhDs, they want to get through with their MS, they want to finish off their work so that they can get that support to go to the next level. That is done by Women Leading IITM. So you can apply through there is a portal for it, Women Leading IITM. This happens towards the flag end. If you are needing any support for your research, we can do that. Yeah, this is also a very important part. This is a special course for women leadership that we have instituted. This happens in the January semester, but I think by that time you guys will also have a hold of what is happening in the college and how your coursework is going on. But this is a very important course. This is a general life skills course that we conduct in the Jan semester. It's called the Nurturing Women Leadership Potential. I would encourage all of you to attend this course as much as, not just women. I think some of the guys here also need to attend this because it gives you a very good perspective of what leadership means. We are not in a management program. Yes, we are in a technical program. It's a course, but we all know now that just technical skills does not get you everywhere. There are a lot of aspects of management that we need to know. There is a lot of aspects of leadership that we need to know if we have to work across the industry, or you want a startup, or you want to work in a research lab, you want to go out as a faculty. Whatever it is, you need some set of leadership skills. What this course does, it is set up as a set of group exercises, reflections. It does go in deeply inside you. What it does is, it lets you look inside yourself, see what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, where is it that you can grow more, where is it that you can adapt, where is it that you can't make changes, right? So all that is addressed in this course. It lets you see the iceberg, what is underneath, what is shown out, all the emotions. So it helps you build resilience, okay? And there is a supportive group. The faculty will support on what are your personal experiences, and they don't take it out of the class. They discuss it within the class and see how you can evolve from them. We also have real life examples of achievers. We do case studies, and we have a set of guest speakers who are successful in their own light. Each of them is very different. One person is a startup founder, there is a person who's been a corporate, with a person who's a researcher. All these ladies are great in their own light. So all these people will talk to you. You can do live interactions with them and see how you can motivate yourself for the next stage of your life. Yeah. So I would request that all of you attend this course, because it makes a lot of difference in your perspective in the 4 months that you attended. Yeah, so the calendar of events is here. for the next year. We will be communicating periodically. Every week you will get a mailer from us. This event is happening, that event is happening. I would encourage you to participate as much as possible, given your academics, and have fun, have insightful discussions, form networks, which is very important. Even a brand, IIT Madras, needs its sets of network. Our alumni is our greatest advantage, so you should use that advantage. You should connect to the alumni network. And these are all reasons why you can do all this. Because whenever we conduct an event, we do invite our alumni. You should connect with them, see what they are doing, what you can do better. You would come in with a set of ideas here, right? I want to do this, I want to go here, I want to go there. But when you interact with alumni, you interact with fellow students, a lot of new ideas come in. And you grow from there. So please participate in all the events, have fun, and have a lot of learning. So thank you. These are the ways you can connect with us. Okay, we are there. We are on Facebook. We have our own website, Women's Forum IITM. We have our Instagram page and our LinkedIn page. You can connect to us in all of these, and we'll also be mailing you guys individually. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I now request Ms. Jeet Chitrapavai, Joint Registrar, to address you all as co-chair of CCASH.
Very good morning, everyone. My name is Chitrapavai. I am a joint registrar from administration. I take care of internal audit section. I am also a co-chairperson of CCASH. CCASH is nothing but a sexual complaints committee against sexual harassment, or an ICC, internal complaints committee. The main role of this committee is to prevent, prohibit and redress the sexual harassment complaints filed by the women student, staff or any other women who are coming across the institute. Whoever comes inside the institute and they feel or being sexually harassed can file a complaint with us, and we do take the complaint and address. Everybody can think like, why only women? Why women alone being given this privilege of filing a complaint and having a committee to address these issues? Actually, this is something which the Supreme Court of India has guided, and based on their guidance, an act has been enacted by the Parliament. It is nothing but Prevention of Sexual Harassment Act 2013. Based on that act, the institute has formed this committee to address all the issues of the women pertaining to sexual harassment. So you can see the email ID which is given here, ccash@zmail.iitm.ac.in. Any complaints pertaining to sexual harassment can be filed through this email ID, or you can give a call to this number, mobile number which is given there in the screen. You are free to call. It is not only that the women has to file the complaint. Any person who has witnessed the sexual harassment can file a complaint with the consent of the women concerned. Next slide, please. The details, the whole presentation which I am making today is available in our website. You can just go in and check the details. Next slide. Okay. So why for women alone? That question I just want to address. Everybody, especially the men folks, will think why it is specifically for women and not for men. We have to understand that sexual harassment is a violation of fundamental rights. Right to life, right to follow their own profession, follow business, or to live on their own, making their own profession. All these are being violated when a woman is being sexually harassed. When a woman is harassed, what happens is that emotionally she gets affected. She is not able to perform her work. Physically also there is an effect. Because of this emotional and physical effect, what happens is that her education gets affected, her eventually what happens? Economically, she is unable to go to a job or go to a institute to study, thereby she drops from the course or drops from the job. Ultimately, it affects her life. So whenever there is an violation of fundamental right, it is the duty of the government to enact a law. Hence, it has been enacted. And based on that, it is the duty of the institute to form this committee and act for the interest of the student, staff, and any other women who are coming across the institute. So we have to, previous slide. So we have to understand our role is that prevention, protection, and redressal of sexual harassment. Please understand this is whatever the committee which we are having is a civil remedy, meaning that it is the duty of the institute to protect the interest of the women. Hence, we are doing a civil remedy. Please don't forget the women also has a criminal remedy, meaning that women when being sexually harassed can file a criminal case in the police station and they can be tried by the law, criminal law, and punished as per criminal proceedings. So the sexual harassment can be addressed through civil proceedings as well as through criminal proceedings. And I think if whomever are here, the students who are here are all adults who are crossed the age of 18. So we have to be behaving like an adult, take responsibility, and treat women with dignity. Okay? Yeah. Next slide. So the two main objectives of the Sexual Harassment Committee, that is CCASH, is that to inquire and recommend for action of any sexual harassment complaint filed to us. And also the second part is that to create awareness among the student with regarding to the sexual harassment to prevent it happening inside this campus. Next slide. Just a detail of members who are there in this committee. We have Professor Deepa Venkatesh, a professor from a Department of Electrical Engineering. She is the chairperson. I am the co-chairperson. And we have Professor Satyanarayan Gummadi, who is the Dean of Students, who is also a member. We have Professor Vasa from the Department of from the Department of Engineering Design. Then we have Mrs. Vijayalakshmi, who is a Deputy Registrar from Academic Section, who is a Member Secretary. We have two external members. We have Mrs. Lata Ramaseshan, who has profound knowledge by working in an NGO pertaining to women welfare. And then we have Kannaki Bhakyanathan, who is a retired IAS officer who has headed the Women's Commission. Apart from that, we also have students representative from among you to be a part of the committee to just give an equal opportunity for you to also represent through them. So this constitutes the committee. I would like to address both men and women here. Men, when you see someone being harassed, you can also come and file a complaint with the consent of the women to us. We are here available in the campus. I sit in the first floor. We have Vijayalakshmi Madam, who is a Deputy Registrar, sitting in the fourth floor. We also have our chairperson sitting in the Electrical Engineering Department. So if you find something like that happening, you can come and file a complaint to us. There are emails. There is also an office for us, which is adjacent to DOMS, the first floor of CCD. You can just walk in, file a complaint, talk to us. Whenever we hear from them through phone or through an email, we generally try to address the complaint within 24 hours. We do give a call, try to find out what is the immediate remedy which is required, something like a counseling, or if somebody is talking or disturbing, we immediately call the security. We tell them that they will be given protection. And if they wanted to attend the counseling or any other help, leave or change of place, meaning that they wanted to go home, attend class online, or any other support which is required by the women affected will be provided by this committee, apart from making a formal inquiry. Next slide, please. So this gives what is basically a sexual harassment. A sexual harassment need not be physical, only touching, pinching, or no, making a physical violation alone is not a sexual harassment. A mere simple following a woman itself amounts to a sexual harassment act. And sending messages, unwanted comments, talking about physicality of women, or talking about her personal life, and making physical advances, everything amounts to sexual harassment. So one thing I wanted to tell about this is that please follow consent. Generally, the complaints which we receive from a women are not someone who's strange to the respondent. That is the person who has done this act. They are mostly their own classmates. There can be a batchmate. There can be friends or girlfriends also, or ex-girlfriends. All these scenarios do happen. So whenever you're proceeding, you're going out with a woman or being friendly, or in a classroom, if someone is there, if they say, I don't like it, don't do it, please don't do it. If she doesn't want you to be followed, don't follow. If she doesn't want to be touched, please don't touch. Follow consent. I think as an adult, that is very important to follow consent. If you follow consent, and if somebody says no, please don't do it. And if somebody is quiet also, it's also no. If somebody is not responding, please walk away. That is the one thing which can prevent, because this committee is not some internal thing. It is done as per the act of the parliament, and there is a statutory provisions, and it can be also tried in court. So understand the seriousness, and please follow consent. Respects women's feeling. If she says no, or if she is quiet, please don't repeat anything or don't follow her. Next slide. So we will be distributing a pamphlet which will tell you what is a sexual harassment, what has to be done if you are sexually harassed, and contact numbers. There is also a QR code which gives the detail. Please do reach to us if any help is required from our side. Next slide. So I'm not just detailing this, you can just go through since we have issued the pamphlets already. Next slide. Next slide. Okay. So where sexual harassment can happen, it can, if supposing somebody goes on a conference, they go for a field visit. If it can also happen on a transportation like buses, wherever there is a connection between the institute and the harasser and the complainant, then all these will fall under the purview of IIT Madras, and we do take the cases. Next slide. So it's to all the women folk here, like if you feel you are sexually harassed, please don't hesitate or don't feel ashamed. It is not your mistake. It is somebody else's mistake. So please come forward to us. You can reach to us, and we will only act as per your requirement or as per your wish. So don't hesitate, and if there are any messages or any electronic proofs which we have, evidences you are pertaining to the sexual harassment, please don't delete or get it away from that. Have it as a proof, bring it to us. We will have a fair and proper inquiry to find out whether that you are being harassed, and if found harassed, then the respondent will be given appropriate punishment as per the rules of the institute. So once you have reached out, you have to also file a formal letter complaint in terms of written complaint or as an email to us. There is also a format which is available in the website to file a complaint. What are the details which has to be filled? You can also file and give it to us. Next slide. Who and all can file a sexual harassment complaint? Any person who is coming inside the institute can file a sexual harassment complaint against the respondent. Respondent being generally fall within the purview of the institute. Either it can be a staff, a male staff, or a non-teaching staff or a teaching staff. It can be a temporary employee or a contractual employee. It can also be a students who are coming just for a shorter period of time, or it can be a full-time student who are here. So, next slide. How the complaint is being taken. like when a complaint is being taken, there can be two forms to address it. One is a formal way of carrying out the whole inquiry process, and there is also a process called conciliation, where the women feels that she doesn't want to go through the whole process of inquiry, coming before and talking about it. She feel very delicate to do that, so she can opt for a conciliation process where the respondent or the harasser can give an apology or a written note which is accepted by the complainant, and the case is being closed without any further inquiry. This is actually a provision which is given in the Act for the benefit of the women. It is all the complainant and the women being the person who selects this option of going for an informal conciliation process. Next slide. Next slide. Yeah. So, in other words, if the women feels that the men has to be tried as per the law, an inquiry has to be made and he had to be proved guilty, then we do go for a formal inquiry. For the CCASH committee, 90 days is being given by the Act to carry the whole inquiry process. Once the complaint is being filed, the complaint will be shared to the respondent. The respondent will be given an opportunity to explain. Both the respondent complaint will be called separately to give a deposition before the committee. The witnesses, if any, will also be asked to give a statement. Any proofs, documentary evidences, video clipping, CCTV footage will also be assessed, and based on the findings of the inquiry, the report will be submitted to the competent authority, here the director, to act as per the recommendations of the committee. Recommendations will be basically, if found guilty, punishments will be recommended. Punishment can start from stripping of position of responsibility, suspension, with stripping of hostel facility, and in worst cases, dismissal also will be recommended. So these are the array of punishments which are being recommended by us. Generally, we work on confidentiality. We don't divulge any information because Act says that we are not supposed to divulge information about both the complainant as well as the respondent. So we don't publish, we work very quietly actually. So sometimes it may look like that we are not at all functioning, but those who are going through that will know, and the office bearers here will know that what is happening. So confidentiality will be maintained. Women need not fear that any details will be divulged out or out of social pressure. There is no need for you to fear. Please come forward, file a complaint. There is nothing to feel ashamed of it. In fact, if somebody has harassed and if you are not going to address it, then that person is going to continue the same thing to others. In most of the cases, what we have seen is that a harasser who has the habit of frequently doing it, at one time he'll get caught. So please don't feel embarrassed or don't blame yourself. It is not your mistake. How we dress up, how we talk, or how we carry ourselves, it is our right. And don't feel that somebody has harassed me just because I have done something wrong. It is not so. Please, these details are available, how we carry out the inquiry process. So you can also go through from the website. Next slide. So this is the step-by-step process of how we wanted to do, how the complaint will be addressed, just to give an idea. Next slide. Yeah. So our responsibility is to first receive the complaint, talk to the respondent and the complainant, start the inquiry process, finish it within 3 months. Preparation of report will take another 10 days. And also to create awareness among the campus community about the evil of sexual harassment and to prevent it from happening. These are our roles. Once the inquiry is over, we will share the findings of the inquiry report to both the complainant as well as the respondent to know whether the complaint has been found true or not. So you will also be given that. Of course, I have already briefed, there will be, we will ensure 100% confidentiality. In fact, the Act provides confidentiality clause where we are not supposed to publish any of these complaint details or the identity of the complainant and the respondent anywhere outside the media or press. So you can be assured that your identity will not be revealed outside by us. Next slide. So what I've already briefed about this, but I'm just giving you a gist. So during the inquiry process, what are the remedy which will be given by us is that transfer the complainant or the respondent to any other place, grant leave if required, or any other special requirement is given by the complainant, like a leave, or they wanted to go home, stay for some times and then come back. All these will be also given by us. Next slide. Just this is the timeline where generally one clause which is given by the Act is that any actions which has happened, the harassment which has happened within 3 months is what we take it. Beyond 3 months, it is the discretion of the committee to decide whether to take it or not. So the harassment has happened, say last 2 months before, yes, we will take. But if it has happened 1 year before, Act doesn't give us the provision to take, but it is discretion of the committee. We will decide whether it's a fit case to take or not. So depending on that, we will be taking the case. So, notice, once the complaint is received, within 7 days, we will issue a notice to the respondent to give his responses. And the inquiry will be completed within 90 days. Report will be submitted from 10 days after finishing of the inquiry process. The competent authority, that is the director, is supposed to act on the complaint within 60 days from the date of receipt of the complaint from the CCASH. You can also appeal the respondent or the complainant if they are not very happy or they are not satisfied with the report of the CCASH. They can file an appeal to the director within 90 days. Next slide. So the executive authority is the director. They will act on the recommendation or any other provisions which they wanted to do, like change the process, which is what in the institute will also be done by the competent authority, that is the director. Next slide. Okay, these are how the inquiry will be carried out and what are the punishments, which is already given in that pamphlet. It is also available. I will just read out: debarring or removal from the position of responsibility, a written apology, rustication from the hostel, dismissal from the institute. So these are the general punishments which are being given, and we have given. In fact, we have. It's quite common. All these punishments are given. Yeah. Next slide. Again, this is for the staff. Supposing if the staff are found guilty, where the complainant is a student and the respondent is the staff, meaning both teaching and non-teaching staff, will be punished as per the CCS rules, like censure, that is the warning. Then we'll also have a reduction in the scale, removal from the position of responsibility, meaning we may also hold, apart from our official position, can be an office bearer in various other committees. We'll also be removed from that. And then withdrawal of, withholding of increment, and then dismissal from service also can happen if the respondent being an employee of this institute. So you should not think it is only between the student. If even the employees misbehave with a women student, then they will also face the same consequences. So don't feel scared that there is a power dynamics where the person whom you are going to complain against is above you. Everybody is equal before law, and equal opportunity will be given to both the parties to represent, to give their side, to give their representation, to produce their evidences and witnesses. This committee is for women, but the inquiry will be neutral. Both sides will be heard irrespective of the gender. Next slide. This is also I have already briefed. Next. Okay. The responsibility of the complainant is that be consistent. We cannot change our statement then and there. So whatever you want to say, just recall what you have gone through, write it as a complaint and give it to us. This cannot be used as a place for taking some kind of personal revenge. If somebody files a false complaint also, there are provisions in the Act to act against the person who has filed a false complaint. So be consistent when you file a complaint and don't blame yourself. Be mentally strong that you are fighting for your own right and you are also fighting for another woman who are going to be subjected to such kind of sexual harassment at a later stage. Okay, yeah, next. And important point for the respondent, if somebody has filed a complaint against you, you please don't go threaten them or blackmail, or some cases don't go plead them to withdraw the complaint, or don't say that I will do this thing and that thing, or I'll leak information about you, or some photos or any messages. So threatening, pleading will only turn things against you. If you have found out that somebody has filed a complaint against you, you have your own right to give your version. And you have to talk only to the committee, not to the woman who have filed a complaint against you. So that you have to keep it in mind. And you should also have your own list of evidences, whatever you want, you are having with you, the photographs or the SMSs, WhatsApps, messages, whatever you have in support of you, you should also try to produce to us. And you should talk only to the CCASH committee, not to the complainant who had filed a complaint against you. Next slide. Conciliation process, I've already briefed. Yeah, next slide. Appeal has also been said. Yeah. Next slide. Yeah. So this is the email ID, this is the phone number. Our office is, again I'm repeating, it is above CCD, adjacent to DOMS department. Anybody can walk in. If you feel that coming to our office is kind of not very comfortable for you, you please do give a call to us, or you can send an email. We will be getting in touch with you within 24 hours of receipt of the complaint. If any queries want to be answered, you can ask now. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I now request Professor V. Sriram, who is a Vice Chair from Gate Jam.
Very good morning to all of you. So it is my pleasure to give the vote of thanks. So you already sat for more than 2.5 hours, so I will just make it very short. So first of all, congratulations to all of you, particularly students, and thanks for choosing and learn with us at IIT Madras. Thanks are also due to your parents, guardians, mentors, who are supporting force for you, as well as encouragement behind your higher educations at IIT Madras. Particularly our deep appreciation to our director, Professor Kamakoti, as well as our Dean Academic Courses, Professor Pratap Haridas, for their continuous support, guidance during the entire admission process from the gate office. And we also thank our other deans, Professor Satyanarayana, Dean of Students, Professor Shanti Pawan, Dean Academic Research, Professor Sharathi, Dean Planning, and Professor Robinson, Dean of Administration, and Professor Ashwin Mahalingam, Dean Alumni and Corporate Relations, Professor Manu Santanam, Dean ICSR, and Professor Raghu, Dean Global Engagement. Of course, you will be seeing all of them in within the 2 years' time. And many thanks to our colleagues and heads of the department who served as a member of the selection and admission committees for their valuable advice and guidance in making the offers during various rounds which you have gone through in the admission process. And special thanks to our chairman, Council of Wardens is Professor Sannasi Raju and his entire team, who will be taking care of your hostel accommodations. Our special thanks to academic sections, in particular Mr. Vijay Shankar, Assistant Registrar, Academic Courses, and their entire team for their support and cooperation. Further, I also thank all the staff of GATE office for the tireless effort during the admission time. Finally, we wish all our new students a fruitful and memorable stay and holistic learning experience. At IIT Madras, you will basically inspire, innovate, and transform. The laurels of these institutes are certainly on your shoulders now onwards. Thanks to all, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Dear students, IIT has been arranged outside the thing. So before we close this thing, I request you all to rise up for the national anthem. Thank you.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाता जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे